Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. So I've been getting this question a lot, probably for months now. And it's on how to bleach knots. I know there's tons and tons of videos out there, but you guys have really been asking me for a video on how to properly bleach the knots. I wouldn't say properly because I don't even know if I'm doing it right. This is just the way that I do it. You guys know that I am not an advocate for bleaching knots. One, because if you bleach it too much, then you can strip the knot and the hairs will start to come out. So that's why some people complain about their wigs going bald after they bleach their knots, is because you're stripping the knots. The knot is what's holding the strands of hair into the lace. So if you over bleach it, you know when you bleach your hair, you're taking away a layer. So it's taking away a layer and it's pulling the knots out. So that's one reason why I'm not an advocate for it. And two, because it can get messy, and if you do it the wrong way, the bleaches seep through and it'll get all on the parts of the hair that you don't want it on. Now you gotta try to fix that and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys a way that I bleach knots that so far so good. I haven't had any problems with it. I haven't had any hair fall out from it, and I haven't had the hair seep through. So a lot of people, when they bleach their knots, they put it on the wig head. I don't do that anymore. The first probably like 5 times that I try, I like messed up my wigs trying to do that, because it's putting pressure on it and it's seeping through and the hair is laying a certain way and it gets all on it like that. We don't want that. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it with this wig right here. And this is a wig that I got from Wowafrican. Did I do that really fast? This is a wig that I got from Wowafrican, and it is a Malaysian 360. I absolutely love, love, love their 360s because they fit my head so good. Like usually with all the other wigs, they're a little bit big in the back, but I rarely pull my wigs up, so I don't really care about that. But these fit so good. So let me go ahead and give you guys the details on this lovely wig right here. Okay, so this is a 360 lace. It's a silky straight texture. Again, it's Malaysian hair. The number is TLW41. And it is the natural color. I like to tell you guys that's like a 1B-ish color. This one has a few gray hairs in it, but I'm okay with that. Maybe I'm stressed when I put it on. But yeah, this is in 16 inches. It's 360 all around. So that's 4 inches in the front, 2 inches in the back. If I'm repeating myself, fast forward through this because I say this in every video. And it is the average cap size, which is 22.5 inches. And it is pre-plucked. I always say lightly pre-plucked because no wig is ever plucked enough for me, I would say. So I always say lightly pre-plucked. And it does have baby hairs around the front and also around the back. And yeah, this is what it looks like. So in order to bleach your knots, you're going to need a few things. I'm sure you guys know that already. So I just have this 20 volume developer. I like using 20 instead of 40 because 40 turns faster than 20, and you want to keep an eye on this. Sometimes you forget and you start doing other stuff. I know I get sidetracked a lot when I'm doing multiple things. So 20 developer does take a little bit longer to turn, but it's easier to keep an eye on, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use 20 developer. I'm going to use this BW2 bleaching powder. I hope I have enough in here because I've been coloring hair a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to use this, and then it's right here. And then we're going to use these color correction drops. So these help get rid of that orangey brassy color that a lot of us see once we but once we bleach our wigs. This will help get rid of that. And then I have, where is it? I have the Shimmering Light shampoo. Not the Shimmering Lights, but I ran out of that one. So I have the generic brand from Sally's that I'm going to use to wash this. So let me go ahead and I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm sure you guys know this, and you know just to add a little bit at a time when it comes to the developer, because you don't want it to be too runny, because that's when things start to get messy and that can make the bleach seep through and get on the hairs that you don't want it on. And then I just go ahead and I add the color correcting drops. I don't remember if it said 10 or 15 drops, but I did whatever the back of the box said. And as you can see, I don't do a lot of bleach because I don't try to bleach the entire front of my wig or my frontals. I just do maybe the first 2 or 3 inches, and then I go a little bit further back on wherever I think I may want a part, like a side part or a middle part. And this just decreases the risk of getting any damage or getting the hairs to fall out or anything if it's over bleached. Okay, so what I like to do is I don't turn the lace inside out. I leave it just like this and just sit it up. I'm actually gonna go ahead and cut just a little bit of this out of the way. Okay, so I didn't fully cut it all the way out. I just cut it a little bit to get it out the way. I just set it upside down like this. It's just flat like this on top of this surface. I don't turn it inside out. I leave it just like this, and then I go ahead and I go in with the bleach. And I put it on the back of a spoon. I have a brush, but I feel like this does it better than the brush, because sometimes the brush will poke through the lace and get on the other hairs that you don't want it on. So I just like to use the back of a spoon, and I just go in and kind of press it, not hard, but lightly on the lace like this. And then if a little gets on the hair, just take something and kind of wipe it off. And then you just want to turn it around and look at it and make sure that the knots are actually covered. So you want to make sure the hair is standing out of the way and not laying down against the lace. But you want to peek in and make sure that you can't see the bottom of the knots, because sometimes only the bottom half of the knots will be bleached, but the top portion that's actually showing will not be bleached. So you want to make sure the bleach is going through but not touching the rest of the hair, if that makes sense. So as you're pressing this against the lace, you don't want to push it too hard, but you want to make sure that you're pushing it enough to where you can see it coming through on the other side, but only at the bottom of the lace. You don't want it to come through at the hair. So as you're pushing it, you're kind of looking and making sure that it's coating the top of the knot as well as the bottom of the knot. So I let the bleach sit in for about 20 minutes, and now I'm just going to go ahead and rinse it out first, and then I'm going to go in with the generic brand from Sally's, the Shimmering Lights, and I'm going to wash out the remainder of it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to let the Shimmering Light shampoo sit on the cap and in the hair for about 20 minutes, just to be safe and just to make sure that we don't have any of that orange brassiness. And yeah, and then I'm going to just rinse that out, and then we're going to style it. So a lot of you guys know that I absolutely hate hard edges. Like, it's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, gelled edges and straight hair really irk me for some reason. But I know a lot of us had to do that in order to get the hairline to lay right and the baby hairs to lay right before. So yeah, I was just experimenting the other day. Actually I was just being lazy, and I didn't feel like going to get my gel, and my edge control was right next to me. So yeah, I just used that to slick down my edges, and it worked just as well as the gel. My edges stayed down all day, but it gave it more of a realistic look in my opinion. With the gel, I hate that it's like shiny and it looks like the baby hairs are plastered onto your forehead. So with the edge control, I feel like it just gives you a more of a natural look, and like once the edge control like settles in and things, you don't have to worry about your baby hairs moving, but they also just look a little bit more natural to me. Also, with the edge control, you don't have to worry about like the hairs that are around the perimeter getting crunchy. I don't know if you guys don't like that, but I hate when the actual like long pieces of the hair get crunchy at the roots. So the edge control just keeps those flowing and laid down as well. So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.
you.